Kimbo Kimbo, not the Zombie, Yamazulu, all the Kimbo and honor to Most High Tata Zombie, Yakongo, Yapoa. We praise him for another somebody, Samba. This is the day that Tata Zombie has made and has set aside to worship and honor him in memorial of his mighty works in the beginning of time as we know it. We thank him for all his bountiful blessings, particularly going through a very trying week. But we thank the Most High, Tata Zombie, for bringing us through this week and bringing us onto the Sambwadi. I'm extremely grateful to the Almighty for another Sambwadi, Samba, Sabbath. So anyway, glory to him, the honor and the praise. I spoke on briefly one time before about how me and my wife, my nephew are going through the book of Proverbs. And this week, Proverbs 16 really stuck out to me in my mind. And so it's going to be my attempt to try to go verse by verse, expound and show other scriptures. Maybe not every verse, every scripture. I mean, not every verse will I show a scripture to, but I will expound on or attempt to expound on each verse by verse, to shed light on how the Most High, what he basically is what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. So it's my attempt to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Don't want that. There we go. Okay. So I picked out, I started a few. Okay, let's get going. The preparations of the heart in man and the answer of the tongue is from Dr. Zombie. So my wife asked me about this one today. So the preparation of the heart in man and the answer of the tongue. So what it's basically in reference to is a man desiring to get his heart right with the Most High. So immediately right now, let me go to it right now. Do I want to use that one? Is the parable of a sower, right? Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. This one, because sometimes I really don't like use this one to reference things because it makes it difficult. Okay. Let me do it like this. I'm gonna use my phone. This makes it a lot easier. Parable of the sower. Okay. Matthew 13. Okay. Here we go. Matthew 13. First one. Okay. All right. So, verse 18. Okay. Here we go. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh. Oh, let me go back up. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. Verse 3. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow, and when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But other fell unto good ground and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. Who hath an ear, let him hear. Okay, so go back to this. So I'm going to be switching back and forth quite a bit. Okay, so just be patient. All right, the preparations of the heart. Okay, now watch this. Now, let me go down. See. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parable? And he answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away, even that he hath. Where therefore speak I to them in parable, because they seeing see not, hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. So this is, like you said, okay, right here. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Esaias, which is in the Bible. It's Isaiah. So he's quoting Isaiah. Remember this, he's quoting Isaiah, which saith, by hearing shall, okay, so on and so forth. All right. So here we go. So here he's explaining the parable of the sower. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catches away that which was sown in his heart. Sown in his heart. The preparation of the heart in man. Okay, you see that? This is he which received the word by the wayside. But he that received the seed on stony places, the same is he that heareth the word and anon with joy receive it. Yet hath not root in himself, but endureth for a while. For when tribulation and persecution arises because of the word, by and by he is offended. So this is something that we really have to understand and take mental note and really prepare our hearts and minds to understand what it means in the sight of the world when we start walking in the ways of the Most High Dr. Zombie. That because of the wickedness that is in the world hates us. Now, because of the deceptiveness of the devil whom they serve, they will not always appear to hate you. They will not always appear to hate you, but they hate you because of what they see, how you speak, your proclamation. Sometimes the world will hate you. The Most High said it over and over again in different ways, right? That's what this one means. Because when the word is sown in you, and if you're, so let me because I'm gonna get ready to give away the understanding. Let me go on. He also that receives seed among thorns is he that heareth the word, and the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. But he that receiveth the word, he that receives seed into the good ground, is he that heareth the word and understandeth it, which also beareth fruit and bringeth forth some an hundredfold, some 60, some 30. So it doesn't mean you understand it instantaneously. As you see, and so the thing about it is being trained up in the word with somebody or some bodies that you know that they hold the word in righteousness and are teaching you truth untarnished, uncompromised, that they're teaching you all the truth that they know. So in every generation here in this land, very few knew and understand the truth after a certain point after slavery, because the slave masters beat our culture out of us, literally. And I'm positive that some died holding on to our culture in slavery. I'm positive of that. Positive of that. That's just the nature of the thing, of being part of the chosen of the Most High. It is That is par for the course. Okay, so the difference between good ground, thorns, thorns, uh, stony places by the wayside, is that good ground is prepared. So I come from a farming community, a very large farming community. And my backyard, on the other side, there's a fence, and other side of the fence there's an irrigation ditch, and then there's a road, and across on the other side of the road there was a farm, a large farm. And we used to watch them, all the time. They used to prep the field, each time each time they're going to plant whatever crop they want to plant. They are preparing the soil, breaking up if it has been sitting for a long time, which stony places, thorns and thistles are pretty much synonymous. They have this this thing that goes down into the soil, and it rips up the soil that's underneath, and it breaks up what is in the Bible is called fallow ground. It's with the hard crust on top of the on top of the soil that needs to be broken up, that you can lay seed on it, but like this says, it will not take root deeply, but it will spring up, but it's not going to take root. So when the sun comes out, it's going to wither away. So that represents the cares of life, the persecution and all that you have to deal with by carrying the word of the Most High. But when the word of the Most High is planted in you, and your heart has been prepared, the preparations of the heart. When your heart has been prepared, then the word will take root, and it will bring forth fruit in due season at the proper time, basically. All right. So that's that one. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but Dothan Zombie weigheth the spirits. Okay. All right. So I had several of this one. So I'm gonna let me see. Read. Let's Deuteronomy. Okay, here it is. Deuteronomy 12, verse 8. Okay. So I'm just going to read 1 through 8. All right. These are the statutes and the judgments which ye shall observe to do in the land which Tatan Zambi, our Mfumu of our fathers, giveth thee to possess it all the days that ye live upon the earth. Ye shall utterly destroy all the places wherein the nations which ye shall possess serve their gods, upon the high mountains, upon the hills, under every green tree. What does that sound like? Evergreen. Yeah. Okay. So this right here goes right along with Jeremiah 10, right? So these were places and and places and things. Let me just read on so I can give you a better understanding. And ye shall overthrow their altars and break their pillars and burn their groves with fire, and ye shall hew down the graven images of their gods and destroy the names of them out of that place. So, wow, that just came to my mind. So, all these things are places and things. When it talks about a grove, there were like places, like if you look at a cemetery, right? A cemetery, all the stone pillars and stuff like that, grave mark, they call them grave markings, but that's a Western culture. That's not our culture. That's not the culture of Tata and Zombie. So that's considered a grove where graven images of deities or whatever, all these things are idolatrous, right? And ye shall not do so unto Tata and Zombie your Mfumo, but unto the place which Tata and Zombie your Mfumo shall choose out of all your tribes to put his name there, even unto his habitation shall ye seek, and thither thou shalt come. And thither ye shall bring forth burnt offerings, and your sacrifices, and your tithes, and heave offerings of your hand, and your vows, and your free will offerings, and the firstlings of your herds, and of your flocks, and there ye shall eat before Tata and Zombie, your Mfumu, and ye shall rejoice in all that ye put your hand unto, and ye and your household wherein Tata and Zombie thy Mfumu hath blessed thee. Ye shall not do after all the things that we do here this day, every man whatsoever is right in his own eyes. Yes. So, the land in which was promised to Abana, Isaka, and Yakubi, right? This right here. So if you understand what this really is saying, all these things are representative of every religion in the world. Whatever the religion is, Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, Hinduism, whatever Christianity, whatever the religion is representative with these two verses right here. Because when you get down to here, you bring your offerings, your burnt offerings, your sacrifices, your tithes, and heave offerings of your hand, and your vows, and your free will offerings, and your firstlings of your herds, and of your flocks, and ye shall eat right here before Tata and Zombie. So when we came together, the Samwadi, the annual feast days, we came together. We had just a vast amount of basically food or things that were going to be eaten. This was the offerings and sacrifice. This was the sacrifices and offerings and the tithes. So in what religion, namely Christianity, because I don't know of Islam does tithing or not. I don't know that. I know Christianity. At what time or at any time do you know that any church that receives tithes that they share with the congregation? You can't tell me. So it was never about money. Never, never, never. It was about eating before and glorifying the Most High for the bountifulness that he has given us. It gave him glory when we brought all these things, all these fruits and vegetables and our herds and flocks before the Most High. We ate before the Most High. So this is still in the wilderness, right? Doing things after whatsoever is right in our own eyes, right? In other words, not doing right. We're not committing righteousness. This is considered self-righteousness. All right. Commit thy works unto Thought and Zombie, and thy thoughts shall be established. Commit thy way unto Thought and Zombie, trust also in him. This is Psalms 37:5. And he shall bring it to pass. So by the preparation of the heart, right, you will put away your own doings, put away what is right in your own eyes, committing thy works, committing your ways unto Thought and Zombie, and thy thoughts shall be. So when you submit to the laws, statutes, and commandments, it changes your mind over periods of time, because we was raised in a heathen culture in every aspect of the word. That is reality. We was raised in, I don't care what religion you was raised in. I was raised in the commandments, in a commandment keeping church, and they was wrong as two left shoes in a lot of ways. And they were very arrogant. Thought they knew, they literally thought they have it all. And if your organization or religion is right in the sight of the Most High, you don't change nothing. It doesn't change. They pretty much every Christian doctrine that I know of, have changed their doctrine. Every Christian organization has changed their doctrine in some shape, form, or fashion. Either they add to or stop doing things that they used to do. Dr. Zami hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Let's see, is this one? No, that's not that one. Okay. So Dr. Zombie hath made all things for himself. I try to find, the only one I can run down was John John 1. Let's see. Second, stop share. Okay, so when you understand, I know there's some scripture, I just can't recall them to my mind right now. But to understand this, every single thing that the Most High made, he created, was for himself and for his purpose. And there's a scripture that I think in Isaiah also, Isaiah, that says, as high as heaven is above the earth, so are Yah's ways above our ways. Our ways are not his ways. As the sand of the seashore and as the stars of heaven in distance, so are his ways above our ways. And so also it says that he created all things. He created the evil and the good. The wicked have a purpose. We may not understand the purpose. Most of us, to be honest with you, I don't too much understand the purpose, but it's all in the providence of the Most High's will, what he's trying to work out in our lives to give him glory, right? The evil have their time, and it is just about up for them. But all things are according for his purpose, right? Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination unto Dr. Zombie. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. Okay. These 6 things doeth Dr. Zombie hate. This is Proverbs 6. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, a hand that shed innocent blood. Hands that shed innocent blood. The heart that devises wicked imagination, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. So You can break this down and into individual people, or you can break this down into nations. In particular, this nation is wicked and abominable. Abominable, abominable, abominable. Because everything that's listed here, they do and have done. And the ones that preceded them, where they came from, all the way back to Sodom and Gomorrah and Babylon. Proud look. They think they're okay. A lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood. How many innocent lives have been taken? The heart that devises wicked imaginations. Feet that be swift to run to mischief. False witness that speaketh lies. Constantly. He that soweth discord among the brethren. See, that's what CIA does. FBI. All right. Okay, where am I? By mercy and truth, iniquity is purged, and by the fear of Dr. Zami, men depart from evil. Okay. Let me see. Mm. Oh, come on. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yah and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. That thou mayest fear Tathan Zambi, thy Infumu, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy son and thy son's son, all the days of thy life, that thy days may be prolonged. By mercy and truth, iniquity is purged, and by the fear of Tathan Zambi, men depart from evil. So, where to go? This one. So if I pick one of these, you'll see, let's pick this one. that it may be well with thee, and that ye may increase mightily, as Dr. Nzami of your of thy fathers hath promised thee in the land that floweth with milk and honey. Here, O Isolele, Dr. Nzambi Arnafumu is one, Yabe Congo. Thou shalt love Dr. Nzambi thy Mfumu with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thy heart. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And it shall be when Tata Nzambi, thy Mfumu, shall have brought thee into the land which he sware unto thy fathers, Abana, Isaka, and Yakubi, to give thee great and goodly cities, which thou buildest not, and houses full of goodly things which thou fillest not, and wells digged that which thou diggest not, vineyards, olive trees, plant which thou plantest not, when thou shalt have eaten and be full. So you see, back up, you see that by keeping and fearing the Most High, there's blessings attached to it. Iniquity is purged. It is forced out, like light in a dark room, or light in a dark pitch black world, that the light of Dr. Nzambi emanates from us because of the spirit of the law is in us, and it emanates from us. That iniquity can't stay in where Dr. Nzambi's word is. Like light, darkness cannot stay where light is. Just that simple. When a man's ways please Dr. Nzambi, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. People they may not like you. They may even hate you, which he said they would, but they dare not hurt you. They dare not bother you. He will make them be peaceful with you. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? I guess then I do. But hey, you see what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be trying war with you. See, that's what happens. This is what they don't want. Because peace, when we as a people get back to Dr. Nzambi's ways, the earth will be at peace. This is why the earth is mourning. This is why the earth is crying out to Dr. Nzambi, the Most High, Yakongo. Is because of evil. The enemies, the wicked, are in control, and they mean us and the what the Most High created no good. Better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right. For what is a man profit if he gain the whole world and lose his soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? A little is better with righteousness than great revenue without right. So you have hundreds and hundreds of actors and singers and the music industry, the music industry, and the entertainment industry, and even people that are not in those industries, selling their souls for the almighty dollar. Something that is, if it does not have value of itself. Gold has value of itself. Rubies and diamonds and all these things has value to itself. But if a the dollar, the yen, all these cryptocurrencies or that's man created has no value, but you're giving your soul for it. All right. A man's heart devises his way, but Dr. Zami directs his steps. I'm thinking. Let's see. Oh, in all thy ways acknowledge him, talk about Dr. Zombie, and he shall direct thy path. Steps. Well, that's in Proverbs, or Proverbs and the Psalms, I believe. Oh, I know you, Ryan. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. It's amazing how they pick and choose what's theirs. Let's look at that. Now, ain't that what I had? I just didn't have the S on there. Really? Okay, anyway. Proverbs 3 and 6. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. All right. Okay. I got to start going a little bit faster. A divine sentence is in the lips of the king. His mouth transgresses not in judgment. So when you go through the Proverbs and you see king, or you see the law of your the word of your father and the law of your mother, those are references to the Most High and Isolale. Isolale is the we as a people are his bride. Also, in the same instance that we are his children, he is our father. So when he says he's all in all, there you go. Okay. A just weight and balance are Dothan zombies, and the weight of the bag are his. So uh there's another place where he says a unjust, uneven, is it an unbalanced weight is an abomination. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut this short. I can better get through all this. There's like 20 something verses. Uh, okay, I'll do a few more. Okay. Define sentence. Wait. Yeah, it's we have to have a right balance, life and exchanges, whatever it may be, in order for it to be according to the Most High's way. That it has to be right, fair, right? If it's not fair, it's not Datan Zombie. It is an abomination to kings to commit wickedness, for the throne is established by righteousness. You see what I'm talking about? This is really in reference to Datan Zombie. Righteous lips are the delight of kings, and they love him that speaketh right. Simple and plain, straightforward. The wrath of a king is as messengers of death, but a wise man will pacify it. So this goes back to when a man's ways please the Most High, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. All right. Okay. Where we at? Righteous lips, wrath of the king. In the light of the king's countenance is life, and his favor is as clouds of the latter rain. The light of the king's countenance is life. When the countenance of the Most High is lit up, or is basically his countenance are showing pleasure, then it emanates life to us, because we are pleasing him, we are finding pleasure in his sight, and that extends our life by him. How much better is it to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding rather to be chosen than silver? There it goes again. What is this? What was that? Okay. What was that? I must be getting tired. I just quoted it. Well, yeah. Well, the profit of man to gain the whole world and lose his soul. Having all the gold and silver without having no without wisdom. See, when you gain wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the Most High will bring these stuff to you. You ain't got to seek it out because He already told us, don't seek to be rich. Don't try to be wealthy. Don't be seeking to be wealthy. That's how Solomon gained the amount of wealth he did, because he did not seek or desire wealth. He desired the wisdom of the Most High. The highway of the right upright is to depart from evil. He that keepeth his way preserveth his soul. Some of these are just like really simple proverbs or dark sayings. So a parable and a proverb is pretty much kind of same. Okay. I'll say pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Pride goes before destruction. So when we don't want to humble ourselves, destruction is at the door. And when you're just set in your own way, there ain't no hope for you. Destruction, that's it. Better it is to be of a humble spirit than with the lowly, than to divide the spoil with the proud. These two go together. He that handleth a matter wisely shall find good. Whoso trusteth in Dr. Zombie, happy is he. Simple and plain. You can't say you trust in Dr. Zombie and not keeping his commandments. Mm-mm. Did I get that one? Here it is. Ecclesiastes 12. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yah and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Muntu. That's Muntu. That is not in reference to other nations. This is in reference to the Muntu. What's up? Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. The wise in heart shall be called prudent, and the sweetness of the lips increases learning. Okay. What's prudent? Prudent. To discern, understand, consider. To perceive, discern, to understand, observe. So, all right, you see. Understanding is a wellspring of life unto him that hath it, but the instruction of fools is folly. Somebody's always just doing stupid stuff, thinking you can outsmart the Most High. The heart of the wise teaches his mouth, and addeth learning to his lips. So this one right here, learning to speak a word in due season at the right time. Sometimes you just got to learn to keep your mouth shut. And I'm learning that myself. Still learning this. Because sometimes we just need to be quiet. Pleasant words are as an honeycomb, sweet to the soul and health to the bones. This is a learned thing. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man. So you go back up here. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but thought and zami way the spirits. The spirit dictates everything. Whether you have a good spirit or a demonic spirit. Okay. I think I'm going to end it. He that laboreth for himself. Yeah. I'm gonna forego the rest of these, but hopefully you gain some understanding. See, there's 30. I'm only like halfway through, a little more halfway through. The heart of the wise teaches his mouth. Okay, I did that one. Honeycomb, pleasant. There's a way that seemeth right. He that laboreth for himself, for his mouth craveth it of him. When we labor, we supposed to be laboring for ourselves, not for somebody else. And in our own land, in the land that floweth with milk and honey, Africa, the Congo. Our job was tending to our own animals, our crops, and all this stuff. That was our daily work. We labored for ourselves, not for somebody else. An ungodly man diggeth up evil, and his lips there is as a burning fire. Evil people ain't got no good in them, even though they might sound good at times, but there's always something behind what they're saying. And it's never good. So that word forward is perverse. It means perverse. Forward. Forward. Perverse. Perverse thing. See? All right. So I'm not lying. So forward means you're perverse. A perverse man soweth strife, and a whisper separate the cheapest friends. Don't be a backbiter and oh, be quiet, be quiet. Here he comes. Hey man, what's up? Why you stop talking when I come up? There you go. A violent man enticeth his neighbor and leadeth him into the way that is not good. Simple and plain, straight to your face. He shutteth his eyes to devise forward perverse things. Moving his lips, he bringeth evil to pass. Moving his lips, he is invoking demonic forces. The hoary head is a crown of glory. This means, it should mean gray head, right? Or old person. Seba. See, age, gray hair, hoary head, old age, right? Wow. I think this, I hope this is the one that's coming to it. Let's see. Okay, here we go. The hoary head is a crown of glory if it be found in the way of righteousness. That because you are old and gray headed don't mean you are wise. Only if you be found in the ways of Taten Zambi, Yakongo. There's no fool like an old fool. There's a saying goes, as the saying goes. There's no fool like an old fool. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh the city. Proverbs 14:29. He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, but he that is hasty of spirit exalted folly. Wherefore, beloved brethren, this is James, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. Okay. I think I was going to get through it. A lot is cast into the lap, but the whole disposing thereof is, now that this one just completely lost me. The lot is cast into the lap, but the whole disposing thereof is of Dr. Zombie. So I need a little help with this one. The lot. Let me see. Go raw. Pebbles used for systematically making decisions. So this is lot casting. They're talking about lot casting. All right. Where Like for example, when they cast lots to see during the days of Jonah, before they was casting lots to decide who was going in that water, who's going to go in the water to make the storm stop. Okay, all right, that's what that is about. The lots. Okay. Um, Judgment. So, okay, I got it now. The lot is cast into the lap, but the whole disposing thereof is of the judgment. The final judgment is of the Most High. That's what this talking about. Told you I need help. Okay, so this is Proverbs 16 chapter. Um, hope I know it's been a little tedious, but I hope you got a lot out of this particular lesson. Go through the Proverbs. You find the Proverbs and the Psalms and Ecclesiastes, and a lot of wisdom is to be gained, and learn how to reference what you can to gain further knowledge. There's not always going to be a time where this is definitely was a teaching session, more than a preaching session, where I'm not hooping and hollering and then raising my voice, right? But there's times where the Most High wants me to just really teach, and that sometimes to some can be tedious. So I hope you gained a lot of understanding from things, and have a blessed somebody. May Tata and Zombie bless thee and keep thee. May Yah Tata and Zombie's face shine upon. May Tata and Zombie bless thee and keep thee. May Tata and Zombie's face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. May Tata and Zombie's countenance be lifted upon you and give you peace. Samba Salama.